So how long ago, how many years ago did you actually start taking shit serious enough that you really wanted to, that you really thought you could do this?
When I just got out, when I got back booked. So say that. So Sosa been rapping since like, 9 and 10, 2010. We gonna say 10 for sure. He's rapping 10. Well, I was in jail. I got out in 12. Got back booked. Got out in 14. Got back booked. You see what I'm saying? And then I just got out of what 2017. That's when I'm with Durk and he doing all this shit and shit. Ooh, that's when I'm like, I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna try to rap.
Was it something that was going on in particular? Did you have like one song in particular that really seemed like?
One shit going on. That's why I had to start rapping. I was saying like, it was just the point like, I'm on the block and I gotta steady ask this nigga for money. I gotta keep asking Durk for money when I fuck up or something. Say I'll be decent. I have my own little money. You know how hood niggas, we have our money in here. Little $2-3 in our pocket thinking we doing something and shit. Got the little hoes with the car and shit. Be at our mom and them crib and shit. You know, but stay looking nice and shit. They can pull a little hole if you want and shit, but it's to the point if I fuck up anything, if I get booked or I ain't got no more money. This all the money I own in my pocket. And then I'll get fucked up. Damn, Durk, I need 2,500. I need, ooh. It got to the point, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do. So, you know, I sell drugs. Drugs, that ain't me, that shit too slow. I don't like that, I don't like people, so it ain't working.
You can't just be communicating with like dozens or hundreds of junkies in a
I
given
hate that.
day.
I don't like, I'm used to being into it, people and being in jail and shooting at people and people being shooting at me. And I don't want to kick it. I don't want to get set up. I don't want nobody to play with me. I don't want to shoot nobody with my drugs. I don't want to. So now I need something to do.
Yeah.
What
definitely.
I'm finna do.
So what was your prior relationship with Durk though? Like how'd you guys become cool and how did you guys become so close?
We off the block. It's just like how we is, where we from, we all real close, like, you see what I'm saying? So it's just one of the guys. He just happened to be rapping. He figured out what he want to do. Everybody else as a whole, I'm gonna say as a whole, we don't know what we want to do. Well, at the time, I ain't know what I want to do. We finna try to be the biggest drug dealers. We finna rob whoever got some money, or we finna finesse whoever we gotta finesse. We thinking streetwise. But he just one of the guys, he rapping and this shit working.
It's such like it's crazy because that hustle of really being a rapper is like, there's only so many dudes from your world that came out and took it to the next level. Like Sosa, Herbo, Durkio, like you're right there. There's a handful of other people that we look at that like have really been able to transcend that, but that's like basically becoming a god in Chicago in terms of the street shit, right?
Yeah, that shit for real. That shit, cause look, man, that shit crazy. I don't know. You know how that shit go.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I just be doing this shit though. Just go along, just do it. Fuck, just working, do it.
Did Durk have to put you on a lot of game to help you out with the rapping type thing? Did like he have to, you know, give you advice in terms of how to actually make the music and stuff? What was that process like?
The main thing he said, like when I told him, like, cause first we started, we was in this basement, we made the first song, me and my homie Zoo. You know, he beat a murder too, so both of us just beat a murder. And now we out here at Durk crib in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? Cause, you know, he just, man, come on, y'all gotta chill for a minute. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's boring as hell out here. We in nice part, Alpharetta or something. It's quiet as hell. I don't know what the fuck going on. Ain't shit going on out here. But we out there with Durk. He upstairs and shit. We'll be downstairs in the studio and shit. Fuck it, let's make a song. So we make a song and shit. Well, nah. All right, the song fake. All right, he wrote the first verse. Him and Buka. They helped me with the first verse. Shit, this shit called Beat the Bodies. Now, now he let everybody listen to him, so they say they fuck with it. Now, a few people they dropped. My homie Zoo, he dropped the song, and some more people got to say and they fuck with it. So now I'm like, man, I can do this shit for real. So I get to make other songs. Now I send them to Durk, and I'm like, man, what this shit sound like? You think I should? Man, that shit sound decent. That shit sound good. I'm like, man, I'm gonna take this shit for real. He say, man, look, if you gonna do this shit, this is the only thing he told me though. Like, if you gonna do this shit, you gotta go all the way with it. Like, I do that shit for real. You can't half-ass do it and shit. He said, you can't play with it. I'm saying, I'm gonna do that shit. Then since then, you know, I just send him the music here. Oh, that's decent. Yeah, this one better than that one over here, you know? And then we'd be in the studio. He say it like this or say it like, you know, that just little shit like, then you know, you get to figuring out. You get to catching on to that shit. I get to catching on when that shit got done.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's actually insane to think that you got almost 1 million followers right now and that you really only been doing it for a pretty short period of time, and that the songs that have gone crazy, they're pretty much like YouTube smash hits. It's not like they got on the radio. It's not like they're being supported by all the crazy parts of the industry or nothing. It's just straight up. It's really like the way that we've seen all these other dudes blow up from Chicago is just making shit that's like super, super street, and people just react to it on another level.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, been a lot of love. YouTube been going up.
Definitely. Does it feel like you're like really being held back in your career right now because of the probation and shit? Do you feel like that's
Nah, it ain't stopping nothing. Ain't nothing. We got to move me. Something saying I got to move. It's really just, it's changed. Like it paved my route where I gotta go. Cause I'm used to being with me and my boy. You see what I'm saying? Man, it's the case. It just I can't. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but when we get back together after it's all said and done, it's gonna be bigger. Like everything going up. Like you see what I'm saying? Cause we used to do every show together and shit. Like now it's bigger. I got a big fan base now. You see what I'm saying? And say our shit put together, it's gonna be crazy when we get back together and shit. So
do you walk around with that in the back of your mind, or just always thinking about the court situation and worrying about what's gonna happen?
Don't. It's on my leg, so I got to. You know, I got the house arrest, man. It ain't like in the back of my mind. It's on my leg.
Yeah.
Like so, every time that bitch vibrated, I gotta charge it up. Or every time my leg get to feeling too heavy, cause the bitch is loose or some shit. Or my pants, I can't get the pan open, cause. What you mean? Like, yeah.
But does it have like a big negative impact on your mind in terms of just having to always worry about that, always think about?
It just is what it is. Like
You've been dealing with it for a long time.
It is what it is. I make the best of it. I'm making the best of this shit.
Right.
But it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I ain't gonna cry about this shit or nothing.
Yeah. It's crazy because in the rap world, we're so used to seeing like very bad things happen to people's lives, and then the fans react in a positive way. And I'm sure you saw some of that where.
Like what you mean? Like
you caught this case, and then you probably got a shitload of followers the day you caught the case.
Oh, I don't know. Now my shit just been climbing. I don't know. The case probably can. Then they look a nigga background up and shit and look at all the YouTube video. You know, they be having all type of videos about a motherfucker shit. So it be all type of shit. Good, it be good shit, bad shit.
Like when I look at the comments, you have some of the funniest YouTube comments I ever seen.
What they be saying?
Because number one, they comment like you rap. Like they'll say like King Von voice, and then they'll comment, and you can actually read the comment and.
Yeah, they be making all type of shit. Like, yeah, I be seeing that stupid ass shit. I don't like that shit. Which camera putting that?
Yeah, this is you.
I don't even play like that with people.
It's pretty funny though, just because like they're so into it that they're paying such close attention that they could actually write out bars that kind of sound like something you would say. I was pretty impressed.
Cause it ain't hard. Like this is the type of shit I made on the bus. You see what I'm saying? And it's raw. Look at how much it's going up. So, but like, yeah, they should be able to. If I made that shit on the bus when I wasn't even rapping, you see what I'm saying?
Right. Damn, that's crazy. Okay, but so in terms of like having so much success with the crazy storytelling raps, how does that make your opinion change of what you're gonna make going forward? Like, do you feel like your fans just want a lot of that kind of content from you, or do you feel like you have to go in other directions and have to make, you know, a club record or more of like a straight record like that doesn't necessarily have that same pattern?
It's like make everything. Shit, I'm gonna make everything. Like whatever beat come, whatever type of the flow of it, I'm just gonna make so much different shit, and I'm trying to make all of it raw to the point where it just ain't no telling when I'm gonna drop. Like it's gonna be to the point I'm making a lot of love, whatever. All right, so what type of style you call crazy story? With my bouncy drill style, it's gonna be that type of shit still. It's gonna be some other shit where I make some slower shit like the song I got with me and Young and Ace and shit. Some, you see what I'm saying? Or the fuck your nigga type shit. Or like the shit I just got with me and Lil Herb, just some turn drill shit that make you just keep bouncing. Like I'm just gonna keep doing all type of different shit.
Right.
Like whatever.
Do you feel a lot more comfortable making the street records than the sentimental records? Because I have noticed you going in some romantic directions.
Yeah. It's because the street shit is, you know, I ain't used to the auto tune and shit yet and all that. Then you know you gotta make your voice high and all that. The singing harder is different, but that's what the females like. The female fan that shit, they be fuck with that shit.